Now let's try to learn words with the help of pictures. Now there is a word called ablution. You can see a picture here. Somebody is taking bath here. Ablution. Remember, ablution is ending with lution, which means, now I'll give you an association to this word. Lotion, you must have heard about lotion, right? Lotion is something that is applied on the body to clean the body. So ablution is what? Ablution is cleansing with water, generally done as a ritual with holy waters. So Muslims, before they go and do namaz, they clean their body. That is called as ablution. And even Hindus also, there is something called pavitra snanam. During that time, what you guys do is you try to cleanse your body. Cleanse your body. It's not cleaning, it is cleansing. Cleansing is to make yourself pure. So ablution is that. So ablution, remember, lotion. When you hear this word, what should come into your mind is lotion, so that you can easily associate the meaning. The next word is abet. Abet is the next word here. Yes, abet. Abet is actually to aid or assist somebody. It is often used to refer to a crime or an illegal activity. So how can you remember? Here there is something called bet. When you hear this word bet should actually strike your mind. Betting is not good. So abetting is to encouraging somebody to go for betting, which is not good actually. You encourage or you assist or you aid somebody in doing in committing a crime. The next one is anomaly. So anomaly, to remember this word, you need to concentrate on the word called normally. N-O-R-M-O-L-L-Y. So how do you pronounce normally? N-O-R-M-L-L-Y, normally. Normally is pronounced as normally. So anomaly, remember A actually means not in English. For example, theist, atheist. Theist is someone who believes in God, and atheist is someone who doesn't believe in God. Moral and amoral. So A is a prefix which actually means not here. So now normally, understand the pronunciation. Normally means, normally is something which is fine. So anomaly is not normal. It is not normal. So look at the example, the odd one out, the queer duck. Well, you are the anomaly. Anomaly is something which is not normal. Next, abject. Remember, abject in, I'll discuss this word in detail because there are two roots that you need to learn. One is ab and the other one is ject. Ab already we have discussed. Ject actually means you find ject in many words: reject, deject, subject, conject. There are plenty of words that have G-E-C-T. Ject actually means to throw or hurl actually. And I'll explain it in the next session because it deals with the root word analysis. Not, this cannot be easily remembered with pictures. But still, since we have come across this word, let's try to understand. Abject is a terrible state, okay, hopeless condition. Okay, let's say these people, the migrated people now, they are in abject poverty because they do not have income. Due to the effect of COVID, they got badly affected, right? Due to COVID, they got badly affected. Fine. So acclivity, it's very easy to remember when you are learning acclivity. Before you learn acclivity, let me tell you something that you guys need to remember these, prefixes: AC, AD, AF, AG, AL, and AP. Please do remember AC, AD, AF, AG, AL, and AP, which means to or towards. Register it in your mind. Register it in your mind. To or towards. AC, AD, AF, AG, AL, and AP. Now concentrate on this word. Acclivity. See here, AC plus clevity. Remember, cla is, when you listen this word, what should come into your mind is climb. Climb is, height. So acclivity is the slope upwards, right? Done. Next. Apprehend. See, remember, H-E-N-D. I have divided this word. Apprehend, H-E-N-D is the clue here. Hand, remember hand. Okay, to apprehend is to catch hold of somebody. Okay, is to take somebody into prison. It's very, very easy. Pre is before. Before he escapes, you are trying to take him into your hands. AP, I told you towards, right? This is an act which is aimed towards picking someone before he escapes, or holding somebody before he escapes. Apprehend is to catch a prisoner. Fine. Hand is the clue. When you come across this word, hand should come in your mind. Hand should strike your mind. And with the help of hand, you should be able to guess this meaning. Next, asinine. This is very, very easy. Asinine, remember ass. A-S-S-S. Ass is a derogatory word in English. We often, when you want to scold somebody, you say you are a dumb ass. So here 9 asses, not just one, 9 asses. One ass itself is an idiot. And when you are using 9 to refer to a person, it means he is He is extremely idiotic. Okay, extremely highly stupid guy. SN9. Next, accord. To know this no meaning, I told you to concentrate on AC, AD, AF, AG, AL, AP. AC is what? To or towards. Now concentrate on chord. Okay, here you can see two images. Try to understand them. Try to observe these two images. What can you see here? You can see a long, slender, flexible material, that is consisted of several strands, right? A cord is, to put it in simple words in Telugu, it's తాళ్ లాంటిది ఒక కార్డ్ అది. సో దాంట్లో రకరకాల చిన్న చిన్న లేయర్స్తో కలిసి ఉంది చూడండి ఆ పిక్చర్లో. అండ్ ది అదర్ వన్ హియర్ యూ కెన్ సీ in a cord, it's a picture of a mother and a baby, and a doctor is actually cutting the cord here. So this cord indicates the relation, between two persons here. So cord is basically an agreement. Now here a cord is an agreement between two persons. Okay, when you use accord as a verb, it is to grant or give especially an appropriate or due. Okay, for example, the competitors should all be accorded equal respect. Okay, and when you use it as a noun, accord actually means agreement or conformity. How can you remember this? It can be remembered with the help of this picture, the picture of a mother and a daughter. And keep cord in your mind. Cord is the clue here. Cord is actually used to fasten two different things. Fine. Now the next word is acerbic. Acerbic, remember sir. Sur is associate sur to chir. Acerbic అంటే చిర్రెత్తుకు రావడం. చిర్రెత్తుకు వచ్చేస్తుంది అది మాటలు వింటుంటే. Following. So the picture says it all. Doesn't it's something. Acerbic is something as sour or bitter. సో చిర్రెత్తుకు రావటం అంటే బాగా స్వీట్గా సాఫ్ట్గా ఉంటే మనకు నచ్చుతుంది. బట్ చిర్రెత్తుకి ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే when the taste is very bitter, and when somebody's language is very bitter or very sharp or very sarcastic. So acerbic is sarcastic, sharp and bitter. Clear? So remember, associate acer to shirrittuku raavatam. Next, acute and admonish. I'll discuss acute later. Let's first try to complete admonish. Observe this picture. Admonish, I want you to associate nish. Admonish, associate nish to punish. Okay, admonish is a caution or advise against somebody, to scold mildly or remind of a duty. And see, if you don't do something, then maybe your teacher has asked you to complete your assignment and you haven't done it. Then what your teacher does is admonishes. She scolds you mildly, or she reminds you of your duty. Okay, so admonish includes punish. Associate admonish to punish. Next, adverse. Verse is varas anukondi. For example, associate this to your Telugu language word adverse. Adda verse varasa. Adverse అడ్డంగా వచ్చేయటం. adverse is against. ఓకే, మీరు ఒక వరుసలో వెళ్తుంటే వాళ్ళు మీకు అగెయిన్స్ట్గా వచ్చేస్తారు. adverse is an against. Adverse is equal to against. Remember, see, look at this picture. Adverse, వాడికి గాలి లేదా వాన్ అనేది వాడికి అగెయిన్స్ట్గా వస్తుంది. సో he couldn't get hold of the umbrella. So adverse is something which is against to a particular condition or a situation. So if you try to look at the dictionary meaning of adverse, it means acting against or in a contrary direction, which you have a synonym for adverse is hostile. So adverse, remember, adverse అడ్డంగా వెళ్ళిపోవటం. Next is advocate. Advocates are lawyers. So what do advocates do? Advocate అనగానే మీకు ఇమీడియట్గా మైండ్లోకి రావాల్సిందే లాయర్. So what do advocates do? They support what they believe in. So to advocate is to support or to promote something that you believe in. Advocate, when it is used as a verb, it is to support or promote. The next one is aghast. Associate aghast to ghastly. Aghora. Associated to aghora. Aghora's appearance or their look is very ghastly. So aghast is associated with aghoras. So let me give you an example. She was aghast when she heard that news. That means she was struck with terror or amazement or horror. Okay, next, agile. Concentrate on the picture. Agile. CGILE. Guile can be associated with gali in Telugu. Gali is what? Air, right? గాలితో పాటు వేగంగా పరిగెత్తడం. సో అగైల్ గాలితో పాటు వేగంగా పరిగెడతాడు. దట్ మీన్స్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఫాస్ట్, స్మార్ట్ అండ్ క్విక్ ఇన్ లెర్నింగ్, అండ్ అట్ సేమ్ టైమ్ క్విక్ రన్నర్ ఆర్ క్విక్ లెర్నర్. Agile is something which is very quick. If you look up the dictionary meaning, it means marked by ready ability to move with quick ease and grace. And an example is an agile dancer. And somebody who is very quick learner. See, my association may be a little ridiculous, but it will be very useful, because when you come across this word agile, if you can associate this with gali in Telugu, గాలి లాగా వేగంగా చేయటం అంటే వేగం is an indication here. With the help of that, you can guess the meaning of agile, which is quick in learning. The next one is alacrity. Alacrity can be associated with alakra, allar చేసేయటం. Alacrity అంటే అల్లర్ చేసేయటం. Look at the picture there. So when somebody asks a question to a group of people, who will finish the task the quickest, then the reply from these people is me. నేను అని చెప్తున్నారు, which means they are very enthusiastic. Okay, extreme enthusiasm, okay, is a synonym for alacrity. So when you actually immediately respond to a question that I want to do this, then you can be called as a person who is full of alacrity. Okay, so alacrity is allarga untam, extremely enthusiasm. Remember, why am I associating this alacrity to allarallari? Because you can easily remember this. Next, analogous. Yes, I do not require to give more explanation about this word, because you have a concept called analogy in reasoning, right? So analogy is a comparison between two things. Okay, you try to associate one with the other in terms of their similarities. So some things are best seen like these parallel brains. See here, there are two things. I'll give you one example. Human mind is analogous with computer. So what I've done here is I've compared human brain with computer, because there are some similarities between human mind and computer. Fine, done. Next, anomaly we have already discussed. Normally and anomaly. Normally is fine and anomaly is abnormal, which is not normal. And archaic. Remember, archaic is actually it is an adjective, and archaic means something that belongs to an earlier or antiquated time. It can also mean something that is outdated but can still be found in the present. So the word comes from archaikos. Greek literally means from classical Greek culture. So here you can associate archaic with an expression called archaic, arekaiku. You might have seen this movie, right? Fida, in which the hero often uses this expression kaiku. Kaiku is a typical expression in Hindi, which means why. So archaic, let's say you have presented something to your friend and he was saying archaic, are kaiku, this is not good and I don't like it because it's an old product, it's an outdated product. When somebody gives a present to you, in case if it is outdated, then you come up with this expression are kaiku, archaic. Archaic is something that is used to refer to outdated. The next one is ardent. So ardent is something which is related to passionate people. Actually, people who are highly passionate, extremely enthusiastic about a person or about something, can be called as ardent. Remember, when you have this ardent, remember the openings of a particular movie. So you can associate ardent to the fans. Actually, ardent fans always create a lot of noise and buzz. They are highly enthusiastic. Ardent is ard is arupulu. Associate ard to arupulu. Ardent ga untamante arupulu chestu untam. Okay, so the next word is artifice, which means clever or artful skill. So how can you associate this word to the mother tongue? Artifice, the clue for you here is artifice. వాడి ఆర్ట్ బాగా ఆర్టిస్ట్, వాడి ఆర్ట్కి ప్రైజ్ ఇచ్చేస్తారు. ఓకే, వాడు ఆర్ట్కి ఏమి ఇస్తారు? వాడికి ఉన్నటువంటి ఆర్టిస్టిక్ క్వాలిటీస్కి ప్రైజ్ ఇచ్చేస్తారంటే అంత గొప్పగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తాడు. ఆర్టిఫైజ్ ఈజ్ వాట్? క్లవర్ ఆర్ ఆర్ట్ఫుల్ స్కిల్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఇంజెన్యూటీ. Okay, so an ingenious device, actually you can also call it as an artful stratagem. Then you can also use artifice as a synonym for trick. So here this picture explains you what is meant by artifice. It's a tricky behavior. that can be seen on the picture. So you can also use artifice as a synonym for false or insincere behavior. Artifice is tricky behavior. Okay. Next one is audacity. Ada can be associated to ఆడవాళ్ళు. ఆడవాళ్ళు ఈ మధ్యన ఎలా ఉంటున్నారంటే దే ఆర్ బాగా ఆడేషియస్గా ఉంటున్నారు. Audacity is fearless, daring and full stop. It's very easy to remember. The next one is అవ్వా రైస్ అని అడుక్కుంటూ ఉంటాడు. ఎంత ఇచ్చినా సరే అడిగి సరిపోదు. అవ్వా ఇంకా రైస్ కావాలని అడుక్కుంటూ ఉంటాడు. సో అవ్వా రైస్ ఈజ్ highly extremely greedy. Okay, the extreme greed for money and wealth is actually known by avarice. Easy to remember. Next, affluent, flow. Here you have fluent is basically flow of I have already told you AC, AD, AF, AG, AL, AP and AT also, they all mean two or two words. Fluent, here you have a clue called flow, and in this picture you can see dollars. You can see dollars here. You have a flow of dollars, that means money. So then what happens when you have affluency? You become rich. Affluent is someone who is very rich actually. Next one is artifact. So artifact, the picture itself tells what actually artifact means. Art and fact. Artifact is the art which is fact. So here by observing these pictures, can you guess the meaning of artifact? So with this you can actually understand that artifacts are the tools that show human workmanship or modification, right? And especially an object remaining from a particular period. So artifacts are these are the objects or tools that remain from a particular period. So remember that artifact, it's about art actually. It's about a skill. Next, adroit is in Latin it means a skill basically. But how can you remember adroit? Draw is the word with which you can associate adroit. Adroit can be associated with drawing actually requires a lot of skill. Drawing is not an easy task. So when you come across adroit, what should strike your mind is draw. So drawing is not easy. That means you need to have a lot of skill to draw. So adroit is skill. Next is aberrant. Already we have discussed this word. Aberrant, I discussed it in my introductory session. So this picture clearly tells what aberrant means. There is an army of ants walking along the road, and there is one ant that has got deviated from its army. So this picture says that aberrant means deviation. Fine, thank you. So hope I wanted to complete this session in 15 minutes, but I have taken 30 minutes actually. So we discussed more than 50 words in this session, and I gave you almost 50 different clues for you. And I want you guys to concentrate on these clues and try to complete this exercise. Yes, give a reading to these words if time permits, and try to complete this exercise. Before you actually look up the dictionary for the meanings of the words that you do not know, you should be able to understand the roots which you find in the words, and with the help of these root words, if you can guess the meaning of these words, then more than half of your job is done. Okay, that's what you are supposed to do. These are the techniques actually. If you do not learn these techniques, I don't think you will find yourself comfortable taking the exams, right? Thank you. And in the next session I'll give a clear description about all these words, clear analysis, and also add more pictures so that you will find learning fun. Thank you.